That, if you see that, run away. Hey guys, welcome back to the Adea show. I'm just kidding. This is not a show. This is real life. And today I'm gonna explain to you guys why you shouldn't put yourself down while dating, especially if you're trans. I'm gonna be showing you guys that even if you are trans, dating doesn't have to be hard. My first point is that, first of all, if you are trans, you know what it's like to be a boy, you know what it's like to be a girl. You understand that being a girl is way harder, it's a way more work, and it's way more determination. Being a girl is way harder than being a boy, and if anyone knows that, it's trans people. So you shouldn't be lowering yourself to someone that you already know what his life is like. Confidence for men is so easy because all they have to do is pop up their chest and walk like this. Confidence for a girl is way more complicated because not only are there other like nitpickers when you're a girl, but you have so many eyes on you. It's so obvious. If a hot girl is out in the public and a hot guy is out in the public, the hot girl would get the most attention. Don't forget to be down to earth and let him know and keep him updated, because not everyone is educated on what being trans is. So if you're seeing a guy and he, you know, kind of knows that you're trans, or he doesn't know and you're about to tell him and you want to tell him, be down to earth. You don't have to make up a skit and pretend you're at school and like explaining a project. Just explain to him that it is who you are. You feel uncomfortable because you want to let him know as soon as possible because you don't want him to think that you were dishonest. Explain to him why you're not being dishonest by not telling him, which is you are who you are what he sees, and you're not lying, you're not deceiving him. Most people love deep conversation. Explain to him your life, explain to him your journey, explain to him why you did what you did, and most people will understand and be even more attracted to you. I'm gonna give you guys an example. If I was seeing this guy for about, I don't know, 4 days, and we've hung out twice in those 4 days, and he doesn't know I'm trans because I met him in real life and we really only have each other's number, and then we see each other twice, it goes really well. I want to take things further and I want to tell him that I want to see him again, and he feels the same way, and then we get together, and the way I would approach it is, honestly, I would just be like, listen, I have to tell you something. Don't be scared, don't have stress when you're telling it, because if the guy feels like you're insecure about it, he's not gonna like it. No one likes insecurities. So when you're telling him that you're trans, be really confident about it. Be like, hey, listen, I just want to tell you that I'm trans, I am post-op or I am pre-op, and I really like you, and I love I love the time we've spent together, and I want to get to know you more. And if you want to get to know me more, I can answer any of your questions that you have about me being trans. It doesn't make me any less of the person that you thought that you were hanging out with. If you want to ask me questions right now, I'm like so open, and you know, we can do something fun, we can go eat or whatever. You can just like be like that. And honestly, every time I've done it, every time I was open and confident about being trans, you know, not be shy about your fucking past. They will care though if you are insecure about it and you're bringing it up like you're trying to avoid the trans. Before you tell him, and you know, no one likes rejection. If you are about to tell him that you're trans and you obviously don't want to get rejected, no one likes to be rejected. Who the fuck likes to get rejected? There are ways to know if he's gonna be comfortable with it or he's gonna hate you and have anger towards you. There's ways to know in advance. You can tell if he's not ready, you can tell if he's not open-minded, and I'm gonna tell you how you can tell. The number one thing I see that I instantly know that they're not ready to hear that information and they're not ready to be in a relationship with a trans girl. Basically, when they will abort a subject because someone else has a different opinion and they don't stand on their ground with what they actually think, and everything that they, you know, say is like comes out of a filter that is based on like what others might think about him. That, if you see that, run away. He's not ready. There are ways to see that. If example you're talking about, so you know, if he's with his friends and like they're all talking about something and you can tell that he has a different opinion, but then he will lay out the same opinions that his friends have, or just like nod and agree to anything their friends say, like you already know that he's not gonna be accepting, because he cares so much about what other people think that he's never even gonna see the positive and good things about going out with you, and you guys are gonna never leave the house. Signs he's not ready yet after you tell him you're trans, those are pretty simple. Honestly, I don't even have to tell you guys this, but I feel like, you know, I'm gonna still say it. So if you guys are going out and he's shy around you when you're in public, or he's like acting really uncomfortable, or he wants to take you out and he takes you out in the fucking middle of nowhere, so far away. I actually have a story time. Basically, this one guy I've been talking to for a couple years, and honestly, so it was just like on and off, and he's Arab, so most Arab men don't really have social media, and he only had Snapchat, I believe, and we had each other's number. Obviously that sounds horrible, but I promise in the beginning it was like not weird, because it was years ago. It was like 4 years ago. He just had my number, and we literally would talk, not a lot, but like here and there, and this was like 4 years ago. And then one day I was in Montreal. I wasn't living in my city that I'm living now, and so I came visit here because it's like the biggest city near where I was at. And then I was visiting, and he was like, oh my god, you're in Montreal, like you should come over to my place. And I was with my friend, and then I was like, can my friend come? And we went to his place. It's kind of blurry what happened, but I think stuff happened there, and my friend was just there, but she was also drunk as fuck, and like we were all fucked up. So she just like slept, and we like hung out. And then I went back home. Like a couple years went by, we never really talked to each other again. We used to talk here and there. Throwback to this year, we saw each other, and I never really took him as the guy that would care that I'm trans. He always knew. He knew like firsthand 4 years ago, and I never questioned anything because he always told me he didn't have social media. We would just text or like snap, and I believed him because he's not really like a social media person, and I like that, so I was all for it. And then we went to go on a date, and we went so far, and to the place we went to, there are places here, so I don't know why we went so far away. And I was like a little bit delusional about it, because I was like, I liked the fact that we talked to each other for 4 years. I liked the fact that he knew me 4 years ago, and he, you know, still has been talking to me all those times, because let's be real, 4 years ago I did not look cute, and you know, I'm such a different person now. And I just liked the fact that he, you know, has stuck with me. Well, he didn't stick with me because we didn't see each other, but you know what I mean. He would keep texting me so late at night and just be like, oh, I just like party with my friends, or I just went out with my friends, like what are you doing right now? I don't want to be the second option. So I would always like shut him down and be like, hey, I'm not doing anything, but I'm not gonna do anything either with you, because I don't want to be like the second thought, and I do not want to go to your house for the actual official, I guess, like third date. He would hint that like he wanted to take me out to this restaurant or that restaurant, and then he would like hit me up again and be like, what are you doing right now? And it'd be like 1 a.m. and I was like, girl, you know what, that's enough. I realized that in fact I don't think he was okay with me being trans, and I think that he was kind of like pushing me to the side. And he's really smart. He is, you know, he has a lot of money, he's smart, he is doing good for him, and so I think that he like worded it, he did it really like slickly so that it doesn't appear as if he wants to like keep me on the side, you know what I mean? So like that's like a good story time for like an example. Another example is when he is not really talking about his friends, because he doesn't want to have to bring up an excuse for you to not have met his friends. He's just not gonna mention any of his friends, or if he does, then when you do bring up the fact that you want to meet them or you want to see, you know, what his friends are like, he's never gonna really do it. And you can see that in advance. Like, babe, grow some balls. Again, just like my story, if he's only hitting you up late, or like he's always hitting you up after he already did something, or he's not really planning anything with you, like avoid that. Next, I want to talk about something that I'm already kind of doing right now, like me talking with these fucking nails. But I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're being, you know, you can live your hyper femme life. You can be like hyper feminine. You can give that vibe, you know, on Instagram. If you see a girl that's like really hyper feminine, she like has like Barbie things. Her photo shoots that she does for her posts are very femme and like very feminine core and like Barbie core and bimbo core, that like automatically kind of like will make him assume that you artsy. And so if you you know, want to do like a dating website or whatever, you have to put pictures that are actually like you in like a natural version, because what that will do is if you are hyper feminine on those pictures, you will attract chasers, and you do not want chasers. Like nobody wants those, and they're just gonna fetishize you, and they're just gonna clock you and know, and you know, just reach out to you. So to avoid that, be like, you know, the natural version of yourself. I feel like over the years, that's what I've noticed. And also in real life, if you're like hyper femme, it's easier to clock you, to get clocked. So I think that is it for today's video. Let me know if you guys liked it. Let me know if you guys want another one, because I definitely have more points. And yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.